One.
This is Eddie Gray bringing you the Logic User Guide.
Where are you anyway?
We are broadcasting live from LA.
Extra, extra, big town, read all about it. Extra, extra, extra.
Hope you guys are ready. We're going to have a great session. Here we go. What's up? Hey, what's going on, good people? Hope you can hear me. Yep. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I can. I will. I must. I hope you're well. We're going to get right into it, covering recording tempo changes, but not only that, the tempo operations. Stay tuned. This is Eddie Gray at your service. Here we go. All right, my good people. Hopefully you are well. I hope this moment finds you well. I hope this transmission finds you well. As you already know, we are doing our very best to provide just some really good content, something that can make a difference. And we can rehash all the old information. You know, we can look at other channels. We can kind of see what they're doing. But we thought, you know, why don't we do something different? Why don't we provide a different context, different orientation? And why don't we give people something that can last for years and years and years? And so here we are, the channel Resources for the Modern Creative, bringing you the Logic User Guide. Let's go right into it. If you have any questions, I'll look at the chat here. I do have an appointment right after this, and so we're going to make this a quickie, but we're going to make it a goodie as well. All right, let's look at the screen here. Recording tempo changes. All tempo changes made when Logic Pro is in record mode are stored as tempo change events on the tempo track. All right, so all tempo changes, right, when you're recording, they're being stored in the tempo track. You can record tempo changes with an external MIDI controller, the environment tempo fader. Wow, that's pretty cool. Or external synchronization signals. You can edit recorded tempo changes events in the tempo track or using one of the tempo editors, the tempo list, the tempo operations window, which we'll be talking about today. And then there's something else called the tempo interpreter window or tempo fader. This is pretty nice. We can actually set a rotary knob or a slider to control your tempo. How about that? Turn on tempo change recording. All right, we're going to go to File, Project Settings, Record, or use the open recording project settings option asterisk. Is that how you? I thought you opened up project settings option P. I could be wrong. Regardless, control record, and we're gonna allow tempo change recording. So I'm gonna try what they said though. Is asterisk? Yeah, it's option P for project settings recording, and we're going to allow tempo change recording. All right, so let's see what this is all about. I should have probably got a percussion instrument. I guess I'll just use my voice or something. Oh, is that it? Okay, well, all right. Take it away. You guys go swim on your own. Go figure it out on your own. In order to really pull this off, I'm going to do this from bar 1 to 5. I think this makes the most sense. And then what I'll do is I'll create a tempo change. Let's see here. Originally, I'm at 70 BPM, yeah? And so what I'm going to do here is I'll do something where this slows over time. And so we'll start off at a ridiculous, oh, not that ridiculous, a ridiculous speed here. Why is that going up? I just want this one to go up. It looks like this one will still probably go up. So what I'll do is I'll create, what? This thing literally crashed on me. Are you kidding me? I wonder. I'll try one more time, and if that gives me issues, then we're going to have to start a blank session. Not ideal, my good friends, but either way, we are not shaken. We will continue on no matter what. All right, so let's see here. Still loading. All right, I'll just use this time to remind you that I'm answering questions over at the Apple Logic Pro Community Forum. Check me out under Eddie Gray. If you want more information, we have a YouTube video that describes all the details. So if you ever want any questions answered, I will do my very best to help. Man, I really don't want to go through that again. So I'm going to try and just pull off something really quick. I hope this works. It looks like it's working. Okay, and we can see if I can hover in a little bit tighter here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a recording kind of from here to there. So that's pretty substantial, 70 to 90. Again, go into the project settings, the recording icon, allow tempo change for recording. And I will pull up an audio track. I don't know how this is going to sound, but we're going to get, it's okay. We're going to give it a go here. I'm going to make sure that this is record enabled, maybe not input monitored because I have this mic running already. I thought I said input 5, but it's all good. All right, check 1, 2. Yeah. All right, let's try this out. And I guess I'll just count to the beat or something. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, cool. So the idea is that while I was recording, I was able to embed this information into the file. Okay, so let's play this back. Maybe I'll just play this with the click track. Here we go. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All right. So what I'm curious is if I take this file, okay, this one right here, and I locate it inside of the project. So I just command click to access the proximity icons here in Logic. And I'll go into the audio files, okay? And I'm looking specifically for Logic Pro dash, I should have changed the name of that. In fact, why don't I go to date modified, and it's this one right away, but it's 01. Where did 02 come from? That's my question. All right, let me listen to this. Hold on. Okay, so that one. 1. Okay, so that's me right there, right? So let me go ahead and just drag this out onto my desktop. Do I have a free screen here? Hold on. I don't think I've set it. Oh, here it is. Okay, sweet. So hold on. I needed another desktop. Let me just click that. This one should be working, but it's not. Okay. All right, I don't see that file. Where did it go? 100 screens open at the same time. Logic is tripping. Where is it? Okay, thank you. Let's make this easy, my good friends. Good. All right, let's take this file right here. Let's bring it on over. Okay, so the idea is that it has tempo information embedded, and we're going to see if we can corroborate that by opening up a new session with no metadata. Check. All right, we'll hit empty. Yeah, so we'll open up an empty session, right? I will instantiate a new track, audio track. I'll use 1. Here we go. All right, sample rate's changing. I will use Logic's Smart Tempo, and let's see if it recorded that information into the file, shall we? So we're going to use adapt tempo. All right, from here I'll hit Shift Command I. I will bring in the file that we are referring to. Yeah, it's right here on the desktop. Let's confirm just to be clear. 3. That's me. All right, let's go. Boom, there it goes right there. So it took the file, embedded all the information within that file. Okay, let's move on. And I guess in conclusion, If you are recording with a tempo change, please do not forget to use that feature right there. Where is it? Allow. There you go. Because if you don't utilize it, what's going to happen is that it's not going to be able to embed the data in the file. So yeah, bear in mind that that's something that's really important. Something else to point out: this is a project-specific setting. So you can see here that I have project settings opened. So every individual project has its own unique project settings. So just bear in mind that if you want to use it, you're going to have to enable it each and every time. All right, we're talking about tempo operations. You use tempo operations to create tempo changes and edit existing tempo changes. The window automatically displays the area you've selected for editing. Changes are displayed graphically in real time as if the tempo curve is processed, so you can see the results of your edits. I do have a video on this on the YouTube channel, so if you want, go ahead and check it out. And make sure that you subscribe. As always, we have a lot of people that are watching the channel. They're not even subscribing, so I just want to make sure that I formally ask you that if you would like to receive the content and if you would like to receive it in real time, just hit that notification bell and we will call it even. All right, open the tempo operations window. So we're going to go into edit tempo operations. There's also a key command for that, of which I do not have assigned, or at least I don't think I do. So we're going to open up tempo operations. I use this, but I don't use it enough to justify learning a new key command. All right, so here we go. We're going to add tempo changes in the Logic Pro tempo operations window. Let's go. Create tempo curves. Lets you create numerous tempo change events with just a few parameters. Okay, so create numerous tempo change events, few parameters. Right, you can smooth the entire change, which is nice because as you can see here with my tempo lane, it looks very jagged, right? Not very smooth at all. And so perhaps we can use this to help us. So what I would like to do is affect from bar 1 all the way to bar 7. And so I'm going to include that here. So from bar 1 to bar 7, we're going to make some changes. Okay, constant tempo. This creates a constant tempo, right? And so it's up to you how you want to do this. This kind of reminds me of MIDI transform. I did an entire piece on this. I think it was like 2 chapters ago or something. But the operation basically enables you to create something, right? So you're either going to create a curve, a constant tempo, and you have some algorithms here that you can use. So let's try and distinguish what is what. So this is for numerous tempo changes, okay? That provides a smooth overall change in tempo. We can create a constant tempo. So this is an average tempo for the selected project based on existing tempo changes. So perhaps, let's say you had a piano player playing some jazz or something, and he played kind of all over the place in terms of timing. Then this would create some kind of medium, I suppose. Scale existing tempo. Alters existing tempo changes proportionally. This allows you to speed up an entire project or session without losing the relationships between any subsequent tempo changes within the area. Scaling is done by percentage. So you can speed an entire section without losing the relationship. Okay, so if you want to make everything a little bit faster, it would make the entire thing, consider a variable tempo map, something that's not constant. It would raise everything up and or down. That's my assumption. And stretch existing tempo curve stretches or compresses an existing tempo curve. So if you perhaps are slowing the song down at the end and you want to either stretch that or reduce it or compress it, this can be a good algorithm. And then finally, thin out existing tempo changes. Reduce the number of tempo changes. All right, perhaps you have a lot of nodes like I do, and so that would eliminate some. You can randomize as well, which is cool. And then round existing tempo changes, so to round up or down. All right, let's see here. Create a tempo change. All right, so we're going to go operation, create tempo curve. Roger that. What else do we need? We're going to use the position or time field to define the area that the tempo change should take place. Roger that. Check. Enter the start and end tempi in the tempo line. So I guess it says, hey, we'll start off at 70 beats per minute, but by the time we get to the crescendo, we want it to be at, let's just do 1 hundo. All right, and then we got the curve type, right? Is this going to be hard slope, soft? Is it going to speed up? Is it going to slow down? So you have some options available to you, my good friends. All right, curve type. What's the, oh, that's the curvature parameter, I guess how aggressive it's going to curve. And let's see, alter the concentration, the density parameter. Where's that? Oh, okay. So how hard, how much detail, I believe. And I will confirm that in 1 second. So values of 1/8 and finer should be used only if really necessary. For example, if really necessary, with very slow or very fast tempo changes. Don't select a resolution higher than 1/8 or finer just to make the curve look smoother. Okay, cool. So they're letting you know, hey, do not select 1/8 or if you're just trying to make this look better. This results in an unnecessary amount of processing and the creation of tempo more changes events that are needed. Actually, this is, these are very important words to listen to. As you change the values, the displayed tempo curve, which is calculated from the tempo settings you made, is shown in red. So we don't need anything higher than 1/8. What do I currently have? I have a whole note. Let's do 1/8, see what happens. Let me hit apply. Oh. All right, cool. Well, that's certainly different, isn't it? Creates a nice consistent curve. Let's do just 1. Let's see. That one doesn't look. Oh yeah, I can see what's going on. Just kind of like 1. Good. So it's changing every bar. I would assume this changes every. Yeah, okay. You can see what's happening, right? It's just adding more detail over time. Yeah, you know what? These would yield very different results, wouldn't they? For example, here, let's see if we can. Is this going to follow? I believe I have to make sure this is on flex and follow. I could be wrong about that, but let's try this out. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right, cool. So you can see how that affected the audio file. Again, you could play with the curve type. Let's try this one. And same setting. Let's see how it changes it. Didn't really notice much. I'm pretty sure I will notice it if I do that. All right, let's change the curve. Whoa, that's different. So let's try this one out. Okay, let's do 1/8. All right, so obviously it becomes a game of trial and error at this point. Create a constant tempo curve. Let's go to create tempo curve to remove all tempo variations between 2 points without changing the SMPTE. Click the apply button. Okay, so we want to choose create tempo curve. Very good. And to remove, change it, click the apply button. Continue with new tempo. Oh, okay, so at the end, it's just going to basically continue with the new tempo. That's a nice little feature there. That was thoughtful. Not understanding what this means. I thought we just did create tempo curve. Did I choose the wrong algorithm? Nope. To remove tempo variations without changing the SMPTE, click the apply button. To retain the new tempo or return to the initial. Oh, select. Okay, that's what I just did. Got it. All right. Let's keep going. Scale tempo changes in Logic Pro. Choose operation, scale, exist, tempo changes. Okay, so let's see what's going on. Scale, exist, tempo changes. All right, so that's different. It's going to give me the average between these. Let's see, bar 1. Scale, I guess I'll go up by, I don't know, 40. All right. Definitely don't know what's going on here, so let's read this. Adjust the scaling percentage using the scale value slider. So this makes a lot more sense if you have just variable tempo. I have something that's rather fixed, so maybe if I use hold on, let me just mess this up a little bit, and I think this will make way more sense. Let me use these. Okay, all right. So then now if we go back here and I change the percentage, it's basically going to lift everything up together. Or let's just say I needed it to go down a bit. Like, hey, I love everything and I just want to bring it down by this much or bring it up by that much. Now, here's something that you need to understand. I could have done it this way, but I also could have done it a different way. I could have just grabbed all of these together and then raised all of this up. But then again, that would have affected, everything to the right as well. I'm pretty sure we could have utilized the tempo list as well. So I'll click everything here. And right there where it says tempo, I'm just going to click and drag up, and you can see the numerical value going up over time. So that's another way of going about it. I just want to make sure you know that. Why I like tempo operations and where I see the value is just in experimentation. You have a transition and you're trying to find a sweet spot, but you haven't found anything yet. I believe that this can be just a great tool in your back pocket. All right, so let's see, tempo curves, thin out, reduce tempo. All right, so here we're going to thin out existing tempo. So let's just try this out. All right, let's see if this adds anything here. So between bar 1 and let's just go bar 7, I'll click and drag up. Let's see what happens. So let's see, I was at 43. I also don't have a high value, so that may be it as well. But let's try this. All right, looks like it's just splitting the difference between these two. I don't really see anything else. Yeah, let's keep going here. The density determines the number of tempo change events. Okay, randomize, probably the most simple of the bunch, I would imagine. Right? Let's just randomize. Let's go 50%. Let's do something aggressive. Boom. That'll definitely change things up. I like that one. I can see real world case every day. Let's see, which one else was a value? Obviously, the first one you can see yourself using all the time. Scaling was okay. I didn't really see that much value for me personally. Stretch, something they did not go over. Let's see what this would do. Again, not really. I would imagine this is going to take it and spread it across a little bit further. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Like, let's say you have a piece from bar 1 to bar 7, and it's not quite hitting it. You need to kind of let it wait and, kind of pass over bar 7, maybe even trailing into bar 8. You could just kind of tell it, hey, I need this to stretch out a little bit more. And then that would kind of spill into bar 8, if that makes sense. Because, it would, instead of being a hard cut like this, it would be a bit more smoother in that way. So again, before, after, before, after. Same curve is just stretched out a little bit more. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's keep going here. Let's use the tempo interpreter. So what's the difference between operations and interpreter? You use the tap tempo command to generate tempo timing events by tapping a key on a computer or USB keyboard. You can define the values for tap tempo using the tempo interpreter. The parameters that control how Logic Pro responds to the tap tempo commands can be found in the tempo interpreter window. Okay, let's find that. All right, so tap step, the window, not sure what that means. Definitely have never seen this. I've used tempo operations. Let's learn about this. All right, in Logic, wait, are they gonna, is this, oh geez, they're not gonna tell us how to use this? Wow. All right, let's look at this, shall we? I'm just not even sure where to start. I gotta be honest. I guess I'll hit this, maybe a key. 2, 3, 4. Maybe I should zoom out. Is the tempo changing? No, it's definitely the same. Yeah, just not sure what to even do here. I gotta be honest. Don't know what to click. Maybe I select tempo information, smoothing, tap count in. Oh yeah, this is not gonna work. I need some information here. And by the way, I mean this doesn't help this specific subject, but for those of you that want to learn this tap feature, I highly recommend you go into the key command window and you type in tap tempo. I have mine set to Shift T, and it opens up not the tempo interpreter, but basically the ability to tap in my tempo. So I'll hit Shift T, and look, I'm just going to kind of keep hitting it. It's going to say, hey, do you want to do this? I'm going to say, yes, I do. And I'll just start clicking that. And then you can see now that I'm set to a tempo of 80 beats per minute, although it didn't change everything here. Let me just see if I delete all this stuff, if it's a little bit more flexible. Let's try this again. I have mine set to Shift T. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. See, so now we're set to one. At least it was set up to 106. I wonder, maybe I need to go to keep tempo. Let's try this. There it is right there, 124. Although it's kind of like being a little iffy. I don't know if you can see that. But anyway, try it out on your system. It should work quite nicely. Yeah, we need some more information. This is simply not going to be enough. Okay, like I get that timing of events on it. Okay, so maybe they're related. Is that what they're saying? You can define the values for tap tempo. Okay, all right. So that helps a little bit more. I just didn't think about it. I was able to put one and one together because I knew about that other feature. I just didn't know that that's what they were referring to. The parameters that control how logic responds. Okay, thank you very much. But that begs the question, then why don't we have the tap feature here if that's the case? I mean, they should be right next to each other. But anyhow, that's something that I'll have to insert in the logic feedback forum. So I'll have to do that at some point. So yeah, it says, quarter note value. When you do this, do you want it to respond to 4 counts or 8? My tap count in is going to be 4. Do you want this to be smooth? Do you want us to consider tempo recording? I should turn that off. And then I'm not sure what this pre or post is for, but sweet. I'm going to change my key command for that. There's got to be I don't want to assign it as spacebar because obviously spacebar is important. I don't want to assign it to option spacebar because I have that set to my favorite key command of all time. I guess I could set this to control option shift, which I don't have assigned. Let me just check one thing. Preview. I have this set to, okay, cool. Yeah, I gotta spend some time with this because I have that set to preview, and I have, whoops, got that wrong one. Okay, and then I have, preview selected zone. Is that right? I think that's the wrong key command. I have it set to stop or play. If you haven't set this up yet, do me a favor. You're going to save a lot of time and energy. Now, whether you want it set up to option spacebar or not, that's on you. But this is probably the keyboard command that you're going to use the most often. Basically, if I start playback at bar 7, and then let's say I play until bar 15, well, rather than having to move the mouse over to bar 7 or even hold shift and go back to bar 7 or hold shift and double click here to start playback, all of a sudden it just hit option spacebar and it just starts from where I previously played. So like, for example, I'll move that and then I should be able to see how it just keeps going back to bar 9. Check it out. See? So yeah, really nice. Check that out. All right, so there's something called manual synchronization. I don't have anything external going through my system, so I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, right? Because this would be listening to an external clock. I don't have anything. If Logic Pro hears a tap tempo command, it automatically follows this tempo. So I wonder, manual synchronization. choose File, Synchronization General, then choose Manual. So let me just show you where this is. Maybe this interests some of you. So we go Synchronization, and then it's asking under, what tab is it? General, Sync Mode pop-up menu. So it's asking, is this going to happen manually or is this going to happen internally? And then ask you to select Auto Enable External Sync. Where is that? Under General Pane. Oh, that one right below that. Okay, so it's either going to take its cue from an external sync clock or from the tap tempo. So I already have that enabled. I'm not sure why you would have to set it to manual, as I just did it right now. But anyway, there's something there for you as well. Set the tempo values in the tempo interpreter. I thought we just went through this. Okay, kind of. So yeah, looks like they kind of go over that window. So in terms of the tempo interpreter, quarter notes are usually going to work best. So if you use tap tempo a lot, this is gonna be worth it, right? And I showed you that feature a little earlier today. So determines the time span. So how long, when I do hit the key command, how long do I have to determine what the tap BPM will be? So only taps made within this time window are used to determine the tempo. So let me go back here then to revisit some of these. So let's go to edit. Wait. Hold on real quick. This is acting a little weird. Edit, tempo interpreter. All right, so where it says window 3,840 ticks, what does that equate to? I don't even know if that's like, I know 240 ticks equates one division, whatever the math is on that. That would be nicer to know, like if it just said 4 seconds or what have you. The narrower the window, the more effective Logic Pro is able to withstand the influence of any taps to fall between. So yeah, obviously it can't be, 10 seconds or anything like that. It's going to mess up the algorithm. The larger the window, the easier it becomes to create drastic tempo changes. I'm not sure why that's valuable, I guess, to randomize or experiment maybe. If you set the window parameter to 0, where is the window parameter? Right here. Yeah, what happens? If we set that as 0, all taps are accepted as tempo determining information. Logic Pro also comes to a halt if taps are not generated. Oh, so basically it just starts and it receives information. Tempo response sets the sensitivity to tempo changes. You should set this value to 4 for most situations. Okay. What's the max tempo change? Oh, right, because it has to find a value, so it's probably guessing. All right, so it's saying, hey, look, if your timing is off, right? It's a really nice way of saying it. Tap timing is imprecise, but you want Logic Pro to play relatively constant tempo. Reduce this value to 2, right? So if you're bad with time, set that to 2 or below. Tap count, and what is that? Actually, I do want to know what that is. Sets the number of taps used as a count-in. Logic Pro starts following the first tempo on the first tap, and then after the count-in taps. All right, so that's pretty cool. It kind of gets its cue, and then it runs its process. Let's see. I thought hold on, use this parameter set the maximum. Yeah. To follow this rule, set the smallest. All right, smoothing. Turn on this function. That's going to basically remove any major jumps, which could prove useful when using Logic Pro. Okay, so come to think about it. What if you're performing a set and you need to create a tempo change? If you turn this on to dictate your tap tempo, this could be really nice. So actually, I'm going to highlight that. I think that could be useful. You should turn it off if you want Logic Pro to follow your taps precisely. So if you're looking for a general vibe, and of course you could always change it on the spot, but at least just to kind of get there, you might want to turn that on. Tempo recording creates a tempo list that follows your taps. All right, this should be normally turned off. Yeah, I wouldn't see why you would use that. Pre displays every income. Oh, okay, cool. You can have that on. It shows you your taps. Let me see if this is true. I kind of like this now. At first I wasn't digging it, but I'm not seeing the taps though. Oh, there we go. Cool. Pretty sweet. Nice. What's going on? Let's see. So pre is going to display every incoming, display every accepted tab that occurs within the time window, or close or on a tap step. So it's basically showing you everything that's happening within the analysis. What does this mean? Only the selected software instrument track and all external MIDI tracks can play when the tempo interpreter window is open. Okay, I mean, they're not saying anything else about it. So, which one is the selected software instrument track? Not sure what they mean. Okay, this one's pretty cool. Tempo fader. So let me get rid of this content here. All right, sweet. Where is my voice track? Right over here. Okay. All right, let's go. So then now we're going to be looking at. Let me just make sure. All right, I got to do this one quickly because we got to get going. We're going to go into the environment and we're going to create a tempo fader. All right, so let's do this. The environment, command 0. All right, so now we are here. I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go into the clicks imports. Oh, no, it's layer MIDI instrument. Hold on. Rename layer. Create a layer. I hope they take us through some examples here. Okay, we're gonna go new fader specials tempo control. New fader specials tempo control. New fader specials tempo control. To record directly into the sync reference, please cable the tempo fader between the physical input and the step sequencer. Did it do it for me? Is that, oh my God, is that what it did? Hold on, did it? I don't even know if it did, I gotta be honest. No, it didn't, okay. So wait, I forgot what it just said, but we will figure it out. Okay, so then we have that. This fader can control the project tempo. There's no need to connect this fader to anything unless you want to record its output. What? Is this really controlling it just without doing anything? Hold on. Whoa, nuts. So yeah, just for the record, I'm not one of these big Logic MIDI environment guys, but I highly respect it, obviously. But yeah, that was easy. Just go in here. Where was that? Fader specials. This is sweet. All right. Tempo fader has a range between 50 and 177. External MIDI can be used to control it, so then I can map this, right? Isn't that cool? If you place a tempo fader between the physical input and the sequencer, meaning, let's see, this one and that one, so I can put these in between, what happens? You can record tempo changes and control the tempo with any desired MIDI events. Okay, this is pretty awesome. I know it's not to a lot of the Logic Renaissance men and women out there that have been doing this for a while, but when you haven't seen it before, it's pretty sweet. This way, new tempo track data can be recorded intelligently. The original tempo data is only erased in areas that actually contain tempo changes. If the tempo fader is moved during playback, all the data defined is turned off until you stop playback or recording. So I think that means it's going to erase everything during playback. All the data in the tempo list is turned off. Okay, cool. Movements of a tempo fader are ignored when SMPTE sync is active. A tempo fader can therefore be used to deactivate the sync reference. Okay. And then the tempo fader's inspector displays pitch bends at the input definition. This allows control of the project tempo with your keyboard's pitch bend wheel. Whoa, hold on. The tempo fader's inspector, that's over here, I would imagine. Let me click on it. And what does it say about that? So pitch bend events as the input definition. All right, so again, this is not a place where I visit often. It says input pitch bend. Okay, roger that, I understand. This allows control of the project tempo with your keyboard's pitch bend wheel. Okay, so at the moment, I do not have a keyboard with a pitch bend wheel, but apparently you can connect these. Let me go ahead and just play this so you can see it in action. Hold on, let me press play. And so here's the metronome, and I'm just going to drag this up or down. And so bear in mind, what I'm dragging up or down is right here. And remember what it said earlier, if you have a bunch of data in here, hold on, let me just create a couple of nodes. Yeah, maybe I'll just do like that. It's basically not regarding anything happening in the tempo list, and it's using this to determine the tempo. I can't see it anymore for some reason. Hold on, my computer's going ham. Let me try one more time. Okay, so I'll press play. So again, that's my tempo. I'm going to drag this up. Cool. Really nice way to control tempo. I like it a lot more than that, especially if I want to create a change over time. Really like that. I guess that's kind of the next question, isn't it? How do I record this live? I know that I could change it. Like, what if I wanted to record all of this in real time? I'm not sure how that would go. So right now I'm at 43. I do have a tempo at 69 coming up. Let's see how this is received by the LCD screen. All right, so we've switched to 69, but again, as I switch here, it just kind of disregards all of that information. So that's pretty cool. I really like that. I guess, again, like I said, the next piece would be how do I record everything into the track? But I guess that's what they were saying here, right? It says movements of a tempo fader. No, something about recording. Where was it? This way, the tempo track can be recorded intelligently. Yeah. So if you place it between the physical input and the sequencer, apparently you can record these changes. So between the physical input, oops, hold on, let me see if I could drag this up. I've never done this before, just want to be clear. And the sequencer, I guess we would take that and route it there. And then I would take from here and go there. All right, feels like I'm playing a video game from the 80s or something. All right, let's see if this actually does anything. I'm going to hit record, and I will drag this up and down. Is anything happening? I do not see it. I do see the tempo changing up here. But oh, no way. Okay, wow, guys, that was excellent. I feel so privileged to be able to be here with you here at Resources for the Modern Creative. I do not take your time lightly, so thank you for being a champion and thank you for being a warrior. I have to get to a client. Just wanted to send you much love and much respect. This is Eddie Gray signing off on behalf of everyone at Resources for the Modern Creative and on behalf of everyone at hfmusicacademy.com. We thank you. We're going to catch you tomorrow because we are covering transposition within global tracks. We out. Let's go.